Fox News alert as we await the release of the president's 2020 budget. The plan set to come out just minutes from now. We know some of the details. We're waiting on the rest. Welcome back to America's Newsroom. I'm Sandra Smith.
And I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning. Hope you had a great weekend. The president's new budget proposal set to spark a whole new fight over border spending. His plan calling for $8.6 billion in funding for the wall. Top Democrats not going to support it, but Speaker Pelosi and Chuck Schumer making it clear the president will lose the fight just like he lost the shutdown battle. How about that? Chief White House correspondent John Roberts up and running today on a Monday. John, good morning.
Bill, good morning to you. The president's budget proposal not even released yet, but Democrats already declaring it dead on arrival, mostly because of what you mentioned, the $8.6 billion that the president wants for a border wall. $5 billion of that money would come from the DHS budget, $3.6 billion from defense and the military construction budget, and it would ultimately complete 722 miles of border barrier. The theme of the president's budget is promises kept, putting taxpayers first, and there are plenty of more reasons why the Democrats are not going to like it. It calls for $2.7 trillion in spending reductions over 10 years. $1.9 trillion of that will come from cuts to mandatory spending, which are things like Social Security and Medicare. A lot of that's going to come from slowing the growth of Medicare and reforms to drug pricing. It also includes a 5% cut in the discretionary budget spending, and it promises to balance the budget by the year 2034. Here's the OMB Deputy Director Russell Vought this morning.
It's a fair statement. Look, we're $22 trillion in debt. We have trillion-dollar deficits as far as the eye can see, and we need to do something about it. This budget puts forward $2.7 trillion in spending reductions over the next 10 years and balances within 15 years. We think that's an important debate to have. Congress may resist it, but we also think that they have an interest, and we hope they have an interest in maintaining, in getting rid of the deficit.
Here's something else the Democrats probably won't like, a new work requirement for people on welfare. People who use Medicaid, food stamps, or public housing would have to put in 20 hours a week in either a job training, or community service. The big ticket item in the president's budget this year, defense, after the president initially wanted to reduce military spending to $700 billion. He was talked into increasing it to $750 billion from the current $733. Of course, all of this is just a proposal. Congress will have its way with whatever the president suggests, but we'll have the full document for you in about a half an hour's time.
We'll see you then. Thank you, John Roberts from the North Lawn.